the G's, and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's. This is for the G's, and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers, now back to the G's.
Freeze. Hat is. Now let me drop some more of them keys. It's 199 chess and let me just play. Snoop Dogg, I'm on the mic, I'm back to Dr. Dre. But this time I'ma hit your ass with a touch to leave motherfuckers in the days fucked up. So sit back, relax, New Jacks get smacked. It's Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'm at the top.
What's up everybody and welcome to the vlog. So today I want to talk to you very briefly about what it's like to drive a 800 horsepower plus car in wet weather.
I can't see the light in me. They put it on a chain, told me that it's right there, speaking for the life.
The reason for this video is to basically inform you of what to look forward to, what to expect if you think you want 6, 7, 800,000 horsepower car to drive on the street, because it changes the dynamics of the way you drive the car and everything that you're used to. So we all know that you have to be more careful whenever you drive in the rain, right? It's a little slippery, it's a little slick. Well, this is 100 times worse. Fourth gear on this car will kill you. I don't have very much fuel. Remember, I'm on E85 and I'm kind of low, so we're not going to do anything real crazy. I definitely don't want to burn the car up. This is second gear. Well,
It's overtime. I'm about my worth, watching my words, never waste a breath on earth. Watch my words, never waste a breath on earth.
maybe running out of fuel already. Should be. We're going to get it home, and it could be that my gauge could be wrong. The fuel could be sloshing around in the back. The fuel pumps aren't able to keep up. They suck so much fuel at one time they'll actually suck the tank dry. So hoping that's it. I've not had this trouble before. We'll get it sorted out. Whatever it is, it's not a big deal. It's intermittent, so it should be fine. But anyway, as long as we can make it home, we'll just talk through this. In a situation like this, when it's rainy, and especially when it's cold and rainy, you know, fourth gear, you mash on this car to go, you know, past somebody, and you literally, it'll spin you out of control that quick. It's so far beyond what you might think it would be, and that's what gets people. You know, people get these cars and they think, okay, well, I just won't floor it and I'll be okay, you know, when it's raining. Because most people understand wet weather, car with a little bit of horsepower, you gotta be careful. Whether it be a stock Mustang, Camaro, a Charger, Challenger, whatever it may be, you still know that the cars spin more when it rains. But to be in something 800 horsepower in wet weather, just do not mix. I mean, until you experience it for yourself, you could not fathom how quick one of these cars can get completely out of control, and there's no saving it. And hopefully, if you ever do have that experience, you live through it, and your car lives through it, because it's very dangerous and it happens so fast. Not sure, guys, but we're at home, so no big deal. We'll get this figured out. I'm sure it's probably just low on fuel, which is why we didn't, you know, get on the car and possibly hurt it. So, but yeah, it's just something to think about. These cars at this power level, I don't recommend daily driving these cars, especially cars like mine that don't have any sort of sophisticated traction control. I don't advise driving these cars in wet weather. And let me clarify a little bit on that. I watch Street Speed 717's channel, and I know he bought a new McLaren. Those are completely different cars than what I'm talking about, and you obviously still have to be very careful with those cars, with those type of cars. But the older cars that really have no traction control to speak of, this one's turned off anyway through the tune. especially when it first starts to rain, you get all the oils on the roads, and before the rain's actually able to wash all that oil off the road, it's particularly dangerous. So you got to really be mindful. It takes a really hard rain to actually wash a lot of the oil off the road, and at that point the roads actually become safer as far as not being slick. Now you have to deal with standing water and whatnot. Please be mindful. I've had so many friends and I've seen so many people get hurt. When you get on the road, and especially when it's wet, everything that you know goes out the window. You go to pass somebody and you accidentally give it too much throttle. That's it. You're done. There's no coming back from it. There's no recovering. Where I live, we have a lot of 4 lanes, not interstates, but 4 lanes. So 4 lanes are very dangerous because you have cars traveling 70, 75 mile an hour, and there's no on ramp or no off ramp for this. So you have to be really mindful. So I've caught myself trying to pull out. Say in my wife's Acadia, I can pull out in traffic and I can see that cars are coming down the road, so I mash on it. I get out ahead of them, everything's good, right? These cars, you can't do that, especially whenever it's wet. But even when it's dry, you have to be mindful of that. If cars are coming and you think, oh, can I make it? Don't. Just sit. Just sit there, because the minute you try to pull out and you give this thing too much throttle, that's it. It's done. Once these tires spin, they're going to spin forever. And you'll get run over trying to get out of traffic with a car that has, 4 times, 5 times the horsepower of any other car out there. If you want a Prius, I probably should wait till these cars come by before I try to get out into traffic. It's the same thing with these cars. You need to wait. Even with drag radials, you have to be really mindful. These roads are shitty. These cars just don't hook on these roads, especially when it's cold or when it's raining, or both. Look, most of you guys know this. You have cars. That's why you watch my channel, I'm sure. But at the same time, maybe you want one of these cars, or maybe you think you want one of these cars. Well, I'm not trying to be a deterrent here from buying a Terminator or anything that you want. By all means, buy what you want. Just please understand that there's a responsibility that comes with these cars, especially to yourself and to your family. You get a high horsepower car, and it's like a bike. You have to really, really be mindful of what you're doing. Pay attention, and remember that it's not only you that you could hurt, it's somebody else. It's somebody, a mother with kids, just anybody else out there on the road. You get out there and you play a little too hard, or you play at the wrong time, and now you've hurt somebody. So anyway, with that, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.